Hello, we are Ryan Hall and Stephen Panowski. We are juniors at Stephen Decatur High School, and we are part of the GIS program at Worcester Technical High School. This is our final capstone project, which we have done on Assateague Island. Our goal when we made these maps was to give basic information to tourists who are visiting the island. We started working on this project in March, so it's been about 3 months since we've been working on the maps. The clients that we were working for during this was the National Park Service in hopes that they could use these maps on their website to educate tourists who are coming to the island.
Okay, we're going to start the story map off with the introduction slide. The introduction slide basically goes over some brief history of the island, for example, when it became a state and national park. It also talks about what life is like before the island, before its park status. Towards the end, it talks about how Assateague has become a major tourist destination, with its major attraction being its wild horses. These maps here are going to take you through some of the things that the park will have to offer.
The map shows the boundary of the island. Assateague is split up between the state and national park, which the map shows with this blue and orange over here. The map was made using a layer made by the National Park Service. The map shows the roads on the island, like the streets, and there's pavement from the parking lots, and a bike trail, which is the purple, and the OSV zone in yellow, and walking trails, which is in the red. And on the left, there are links to guides about the walking trails. Each one, like Life of Doom. It's not going to load. And there are points for buildings, like this restroom complex. All of these layers came from the National Park Service.
About the campsites that are on the island. This map includes the campsites for the state and national park, alongside with other things such as the roads and walking trails. When we were going to make this map, the only maps that we could find were for the national park campsites, which are down south. So what we had to do in order to make the state park campsites was to import the map from ArcGIS Online into ArcMap, and then plot these points over a satellite map, and then export them back into ArcGIS Online in order for the map to stay with all the points on it. We click on one of the pop-ups for the national park. It shows the site number of where it is. And at the bottom here for the text, there are hyperlinks to take you to information for both the national park and the state park.
There's the backcountry camping sites, the 2 oceanside ones, and the 4 bayside sites. It also includes a road map layer. Both layers were taken from the National Park Service. This map shows the picnic tables on the island, and also shows whether or not they have the food storage that protects food from horses. These points were found by going to the island and marking them down. So it includes the campsites, because there are picnic tables at each site.
This map here goes over the horse sightings throughout the park. The park is broken down into 22 different zones for the horses. The way that we made this map, we were able to find data from every year from 2000 to 2016 about where the horses are in the park, and we were able to take all of that data and show it displayed how many horses are in each zone, with the smaller dots representing the zones that don't have as many horses, and the larger dots representing the zones that have more horses. And at the bottom here, you can click on this here to get more information about the horses. And this map here is the heat map that shows the locations of horses on the island. It still uses the same 22 zones from the previous map, and we use the same data as the previous map, but turned into a heat map form. The way it works is the areas that are blue are the areas that don't have as many horses, and it turns eventually from orange to white, and the white shows areas that have most horses. We were able to make this a heat map by changing the symbology of the data that we found on ArcGIS Online. As we wrap up the story map, in the conclusion slide, we put a hyperlink to the website for Assateague that gives you a lot more information that wasn't included on the story map. And all of the data that we found comes from this website here, which will take you to the database for Assateague Island, which you can find a whole bunch of different layers depending on the category that you want to find.